Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Review. Well, baby boomers, here's the problem. There's never been a more important time to get your serious retirement savings safe. And I'm teaching from two different acronyms for my books that I don't believe could be more timely or more important at this time. You see, TIME is a very simple acronym that really defines all this uncertainty going on around us. The T stands for taxes are heading higher. Why? Well, we've got a political party who is absolutely bent on imposing a wealth tax, pushing tax rates as high as 70% on certain incomes, all the way to proposing a Green New Deal that's going to cost a lot of green that's going to come from you and I to give government-sponsored and ran healthcare, which will be a disaster, free government tuition, guaranteed government-supplied jobs, Medicare for all, and the list goes on and on and on, folks. So TIME, taxes heading higher, is the T. The I, inflation is increasing, right? You've got this week, our national deficit went over $22 trillion. Our deficit is going up based on interest rates higher and the amount compounding over $1.5 billion per day. That's unsustainable, folks. And someone's going to have to pay for this eventually. Now, really think about your thinking, who's going to pay for it. You boomers listening that have saved at least $200,000 or more towards retirement, the makers, well, the takers want to take from the makers, folks, and I want to teach you how you can protect yourself. The M in TIME stands for market volatility. This week, you had Vanguard come out and share, I think, a couple real negative things. One, they said, look, because of the 10,000 people retiring a day, they didn't specifically say this, but this is what's happening. There's more money leaving the stock market than coming in. Interest rates have gone up, so you've got companies now that aren't at zero rates buying back their own stock on credit so they can artificially prop up their quarterly earnings reports to look more profitable, which is what they've had to do because there's fewer people consuming and more people conserving, and that was a way to basically cook the books. Right? Now think about that. And you just had a report out at the end of this week that retail sales had their worst month since 2009 in over a decade, folks. Now think about that. The signs of recession aren't an if, they're a when, and they're already starting to creep in. And the E in TIME is economic uncertainty. The uncertainty of whether a wall is going to get built or a government's going to shut down has moved our markets up and down and all around. The uncertainty of a trade agreement with China, the uncertainty of how we're going to outrun this deficit. Folks, the list goes on and on and on, and the reality is uncertainty is the new normal. So I want to teach you this coming Tuesday how you can protect yourself. The good news is there's some brightness of day from all the darkness of this night because it's going to get darker before it's going to get brighter. But the key is not preparing for the storm when it's already bearing down on us. It's to prepare yourself before the eye of the storm hits. And I want to teach you how you can do that. Your friends and neighbors have already done that. They've sustained the storm of 2001 and 2, 2008 and 9, and they will sustain the storm as you can of what's coming and who knows how soon. Safe, that's the key, folks. How to get your serious retirement savings safe, and I'll teach you this Tuesday. You see, SAFE stands for secure from losses, no more stock market losses. Not having to settle for 5%, which is what Vanguard's predicting is going to be the average return. In fact, I'll teach you our clients make 40% more than what the market makes, taking no downside risk with only upside opportunity. The A stands for annual inflation, increasing income. Your income stays ahead of the higher rising healthcare costs and runaway inflation with a national deficit that's run away and is unsustainable. On top of that, right, the F, free from taxation. I want to teach you how you can grow your money without tax, take it out without tax, and transfer it without tax, because higher taxes aren't a matter of if, they're a matter of when, and they're coming quickly, especially with whoever becomes our next president. And clearly the initiatives are there to tax more and more and more and take more and more. And the E, easy management. You'll learn how just easy the management is in this by simply going to retirementprotected.com. It's a complimentary educational webinar where I'll teach you how you can grow, use, and leave your money without tax. No required minimum distributions, no tax to your Social Security, and you can avoid becoming the government's perfect taxpayer. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com. Now is the time to get your money safe. Retirementprotected.com.